In this video, we're going to break down the 4 biggest objections to feeling instead of healing. Because the idea sounds lovely in theory, doesn't it? Feel your feelings. Let the sadness move through you. Allow what has arrived to be felt. Beautiful. Until it's your sadness, your grief, your fear, your shame, your rage and heartbreak, your miserable childhood, your mother, your life, and suddenly feel your feelings feels more like volunteering to open the cellar door in a horror film. So let's deal with the objections properly. The first one is, if I start crying, I'll never stop. Or if I let myself feel this, I'll get depressed. Or if I get depressed, I'll end up in the nut house. Now I know that sounds dramatic, written down, but it isn't. It isn't dramatic if that is what you were raised to believe. A lot of us were brought up on horror stories about people who went funny, like poor Mrs. Such-a-Body down the road, who started crying one day, couldn't stop, and was carted off by men in white coats, never to be seen again. So somewhere inside us, sadness became dangerous. Crying became risky. Grief became something to control. Something that had to be shut down quickly before it swallowed us whole. But here's the truth. Sadness is not an illness. Fear is not an illness. Grief is not an illness. They are emotions, and emotions move when they are allowed. They become frightening when they're resisted, denied, disguised, numbed, overthought, medicalised, spiritualised, or shoved in a cupboard for 30 years with a scented candle and a copy of The Power of Now. The second objection is, what will people think? How will they react? What if I'm too much? What if they judge me? What if they tell me to pull myself together? And that fear makes complete sense, because many people do react badly to emotions, not because your emotions are wrong, but because their emotional education is missing too. If your sadness is too much and inconveniences them, they may call you dramatic. If your grief lasts longer than they're comfortable with, they may call you negative. If your fear makes them feel helpless, they may tell you to get over it. If your anger tells the truth, they may accuse you of being difficult. But once you have an emotional education, something changes. You stop asking permission to feel. You stop apologising for sadness. You stop making your pain bite-sized so other people can digest it comfortably. You stop looking ashamed of your own humanity. And when that happens, people feel the difference. They know they can't shame you in the same old way. They wouldn't fucking dare. Not because you became aggressive, not because you became hard, but because your certainty changes. You know what you're feeling. You know why you're feeling it. You know it's valid. And you no longer hand other people the authority to decide whether your emotions are acceptable. The third objection is, why would I want to feel more miserable than I already am? And this is the big misunderstanding. You're not miserable because of an emotion. You're miserable because of the resistance to the emotion. You're miserable because you were programmed to believe sadness means danger, fear means stop, guilt means wrongdoing, shame means you are bad, anger means you are cruel, grief means you may never recover. So the emotion arrives, and instead of letting it move, you fight it, you think about it, analyse it, heal it, fix it, distract from it, explain it, eat over it, drink over it, shop over it, scroll over it, text the wrong person over it. and then wonder why you feel exhausted. Of course you're exhausted. You're wrestling your own emotional life every day and calling it coping. But when you unlearn the fear of emotion, you stop being miserable in the same way. Not because life never hurts, it will, but because hurt stops turning into panic, resistance, shame and chaos. You stop adding terror to sadness. You stop adding self-attack to shame. You stop adding guilt to anger. You stop adding meaning to fear that was never there. The feeling becomes cleaner, simpler, more honest and far less frightening. The fourth objection is the most honest one. I don't know how to feel. Exactly, this is the point. Most of us don't. Nobody taught us. Nobody sat us down as children and said, this is sadness, let it move. This is anger, listen to what line has been crossed. This is guilt, check whether you've actually done anything wrong before you obey it. This is fear, it may be warning you, or it may be trying to keep you in an old familiar pain. No. Most of us got stop crying, don't answer back, don't be silly, don't be dramatic, go and say sorry, smile, behave. So of course, feeling feels foreign. And of course it feels clumsy at first. Of course you don't know where to put it. But that doesn't mean you cannot learn. You didn't know how to drive until someone taught you. You didn't know how to read until someone taught you. You didn't know how to use a phone, cook a meal, wire a plug, bake a cake, or parallel park without causing a small community incident until someone showed you. Feeling is no different. At first it feels awkward, then it gets easier. Then it becomes familiar. Then it becomes second nature. And one day, instead of panicking when sadness arrives, you think, something needs my attention. And instead of obeying guilt, you asked, have I actually done something wrong? Instead of fearing anger, you ask, what boundary, value or truth is being shown to me? Instead of running from fear, you ask, is this danger or is this growth? This is emotional education. It removes the terror from feeling. It teaches you that your emotions are not here to destroy you, they're here to guide you. And once you understand that, you stop needing to heal every feeling that makes you uncomfortable. You let it speak, you let it move, and you let it teach. And then you act from the truth it reveals. This is how feeling replaces healing. Not because healing is evil, but because you cannot heal emotions that were never illnesses. You can only learn how to feel them, and once you do, they stop being the monster under the bed. They become the doorway to peace, dignity, clarity, courage, and a life that finally belongs to you.